What's up, everyone? Welcome. Let me get this set up just a little bit. There we go. Get my mic a little bit higher, close to my mouth there. Welcome. Let me bring it down. There we go. What's up? Give everybody a chance to get in here. We're going to get started in about 3 minutes. All right. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. All right. Let me pause that one. Pause. Give everybody a chance to get up in here. Welcome. All right. We're about 1 minute in. We're going to get started at minute number 3. What's up, Tony Davis? Welcome. How you doing? I hope the title caught you. What's going on, man? Glad you can join today on this beautiful South Carolina Saturday. It's beautiful outside. I can't wait to go take my walk. It's going to be very nice. What's up, Snuggles? What's going on? Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys doing well through all this stuff that's been going on. I don't let it bombard me like that. I don't really watch the news. I only pay attention to if the governor's coming on to say something. You know, I don't want to be walking around and masks have been mandated and I'm walking around trying to go places and they're like, hey, didn't you know? No, I didn't know. What's going on? What's going on here? Let me check something out. Okay, we're going to get started in about 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute. What's up, Gabriel? "30 seconds. We're going to get started. Just getting all my stuff ready. You guys like that capture photo? You guys like it? That's how I look at it. Honestly, that's how I look at it. The Borg. Get all my stuff ready. All right, we're going to get started. If you're new to the channel, I welcome you today. Thank you for being part of the SavingsMinusDebt family, SMD, better known as SMD. All right, welcome to the SMD family. I am your host, LJ Young. I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. Probably saw that on the capture on the thumbnail, right? It's from the Borg, Star Trek, but it's the same thing. It really doesn't matter, but these people don't see it. Anyway, help them see outside what I call the debt matrix. That's where everybody lives that believes in financing everything that goes down in value: cars, clothes, washer, dryer, shoes. I'm looking around the kitchen here. Blenders, dishwashers, stoves, refrigerators, all that stuff, everything that goes down in value. Now, I'm not saying anything negative about that because that's where I lived for the first 40 years of my life, worshiping the almighty credit gods, Experience, TransUnion, and Equifax. Hey, I'm nobody without you. Please bless me with a good credit score, not realizing that I had to stay in debt to have a high credit score. I had to be in debt. High credit scores are not free. You got to be in debt to get them, right? Well, whatever, right? But anyway, I was a 6-figure earning college educated. I got to make sure I specify that. College educated computer engineer for 20 years, making 6 figures, but I was still in debt. What's up, Ill Wills? What's going on? But I was still in debt, I was telling everybody, hey, I'm an engineer. Yeah, I make 6 figures and this and that, but I was double that in debt. So I was just in debt. It wasn't anything special. But even though I was telling everybody, I still am college educated, right? And it's when you're in debt, these titles and where you went to school and if you went to college, that only means something to people in debt. I want you guys to clearly understand that. You don't really understand that when you're in debt, but titles mean nothing. They mean absolutely nothing. If you're in debt, you're just in debt, right? So anyway, I started trusting mathematics, and then I got out of debt. Once I became debt free, my whole world changed. Everything changed. Everything changed. So now this has been my mission. This is my passion. This is my goal. I found it. I didn't go out looking for it, but it just happened to be that. And how you're probably thinking, Linnell, how do you know this is your purpose? How do you know this is your passion? Because once you hear a person say, I've been hearing people say, LJ, you've changed my life. Okay. Nobody says that to anybody else by accident. That's not a common saying. Nobody just walks up to a stranger and say, hey man, you changed my life. That doesn't happen, right? Once you start hearing that, and this is for you, if you're looking for your passion, whatever that is, something that is going to change a person's life, and you might invent something, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But once you hear that, you will know. I promise you, you will know. And then once you know that, and then you create the frame around it, how to create to make a living from it. And once you combine both of those, you will never work another day in your life, because you'll be doing something that you would almost do for free, right? It's the passion. Anyway, what's up, Retired 2019? What's going on? Now, as you guys can see, the title of this video, right? The debt matrix. What did I put in there? I said, slaves can't see outside of a box that they're in. They don't know they're in. Now, and you're probably thinking, what is a slave, right? When I say slave, let me make sure I clarify this, because people confuse this. I'm talking about a debt slave, all right? Now, another thing you need to clearly understand too, debt is the colorblind slave master. All it sees is green. It doesn't see if you're a man, woman, gay, straight, Chinese, black, white, Indian. It doesn't care, because all it sees is green, money, green. That's it. So if you finance cars, if you finance, put it this way, if you are deep in debt and you don't even know how much debt you're in, you are a slave. You live in this box. It's called the debt matrix. This is where I figure it. It looks like a square box. This is where you live, but you don't know you live there. You come to this channel, I will show you mathematically if you live there or not. I expose what I call glitches in the debt matrix, things that don't make mathematical sense, yet you keep doing them, right? Like when you go and finance a car and you finance a car for 84 months and you leave believing that you got it on sale. All you would have to do is sit down and do the math and clearly see that you didn't get that car on sale. You got to flip to the back of that thick ass piece, that thick paperwork that you see, flip all the way to the back. That's your sale price. But the key is this. This is the part that I help people understand that live in the debt matrix. Why did you walk away believing that you got it on sale? I help you answer that question. Or people that believe that they are homeowners with 30-year mortgages. I help you understand, why do you believe that, knowing that you couldn't have got the house without the bank's help? You needed the bank's money. Okay, those are glitches in the debt matrix. Oops, let me put this here. What's up, Fred? How you doing? Welcome. Now, if you guys want to jump on today's show, there's the link. You can come in there at any time, right? Jump on. You guys can come in. But the reason why I brought this up is, you know how I remember being in debt. And I remember people used to always say, hey, man, think outside the box. Think outside the box. Hey, man, they always say this. You got to think outside the box. Think outside. Nobody ever stops to say, what box are you talking about? What box? What box? Think outside the box. What box are you talking about, right? This is the box that you cannot see when you're in debt. Slaves have to know that they're inside of a box. You don't know you're in a box. I promise you, you don't know. I didn't know I lived there. I thought it was normal to be in debt. I thought it was normal to keep my student loans for years. Put it this way. I thought it was normal to keep my student loans longer than actually going to college. I thought that was normal. And I passed math in college. I did. I promise you, because I wouldn't have got that expensive piece of paper that I never even take out the box in storage. My degree, it's in a box somewhere out in the storage. I never pull it out. It's just in there, right? That was one of the most expensive pieces of paper I've ever purchased in my life. Expensive. Now the box, look at the picture, look at the thumbnail of this. Imagine a box, because that's what it is, but your box is invisible. You can't see this box, but I'm trying to give you an illustration of what it's just like the board. And you see that picture of the board, that's part of the board. That's you. When you're in debt, that's what you look like. I promise you. I know when you look in the mirror, you don't see it. You probably got nice clothes, you're getting in a nice car, but you don't own any of it. You don't own the house you live in. You don't own the car you're driving. You have 10, 15, 20-year-old student loans that you haven't been paying on. And you probably got a boat sitting outside. It doesn't make any sense. You're part of the board. That's you. But you don't know you're the board, and you're part of that big collective, the square, all of the people in debt. I am the person that's going to help you think outside of that box on the thumbnail. I'm going to help you think outside that box. Whoops.
LJ, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
I want to be totally transparent to the family and to you.
Okay.
About my situation.
All right. Let's hear it.
I agree 100% of what you're saying about the debt. So I'm not saying this to disagree, because I do agree with it, but I have a unique situation for myself.
Okay.
I'm retired. Mm-hmm. So I have a 2003 Acura with 293,000 miles.
Oh, you're broke. You're broke. Never mind. We're gonna hang up here. You're broke. Never mind. No. Sorry, man. I stepped back in the debt matrix for a second. My bad. Go ahead.
That's funny. That's funny. That's cool. That's cool.
All right, go ahead, man.
Now I made a decision. Now, in my case, I'm life at north of 40.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be relocating.
Okay.
And probably 300 miles away. Mom's 85 and so forth and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't personally feel comfortable driving my car anymore. It's breaking down and everything. So
gotcha. Understood.
Mm-hmm. I did put $800 into it, but up and down 95, I don't feel comfortable driving
Understood.
So I'm going to get a car.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And this is, like I said, this is just my thing. I wouldn't advise anybody else to do this.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm all ears. Let's go.
But I am going to get a car, and I'm going to have a car payment. Mm. Now, for me, and I worked at an agency that did strict analysis on car safety. Mm. My car is not safe. I mean, that's just the bottom line, so I'm going to do that because it's under my budget. Even though, again, I would not advise anybody to do this, because I hear everybody say, hey, you should pay cash for a car and everything. I agree with that. I just decided for myself that I'm going to get the car.
And you're the only person that can decide that.
Right. And even with the move, the car payment falls within the budget. So I'm not paying any more than what I would do if
Is that what they told you? Who told you
that? No, I already know that, because I'm the accountant. I already put the number in my head, how much I'm going to spend and so forth and so on. And I'm not going over a penny over that. So that's going to happen. And I'm going to pay it off in 3 years. So, for me, now, I understand.
3 years? Did you say 3 years?
Mm-hmm, 3 years. Yep. 3 years. Now, again, people don't understand this. And again, I understand what Dave Ramsey says. The safety vehicles on cars these days are the late model cars. If you got a car that's 2008, 2009, everything, from a safety vehicle perspective, it doesn't come with the same things that the ones that are more recent within the last 5 years. And we've done studies at that at my agency. Now, again, this is for peace of mind for me. Yeah, I can sit down there and say, you know what, I can get a car that's $6,000 and take a chance. But what happens if I get in an accident because I didn't take all the necessary? If accidents happen, they happen. Now, again, this is my thing. I still go back to what you say at the end of the day. You shouldn't have any debt. You should not have any debt. And one thing I would tell with the people, most of the people here are younger. Don't do what I'm doing because I'm in my 50s.
So let me make sure I understand this. You're going back in debt for safety.
Yeah.
Okay.
For peace of mind and safety. Oh yeah.
Peace of mind and safety. Okay.
Yeah. Because again, I'm going to do that. Now I can sit up there and buy an older car, and I'm like, you know what? Is this car going to be as safe if something happens me driving up and down?
How much is the car that you're about to finance, Herbert?
Probably anywhere between 20 and 24.
Why don't you just buy it in cash? I don't get it. It's the same because it still has all the safety stuff.
Because for me, I'm practicing financial self-defense as someone taking a turn from someone else. I'm practicing financial self-defense. So for me,
what does that mean? I'm lost.
That means for me, I'd rather have an emergency fund. And if something happens,
you don't though. Mathematically, you don't have an emergency fund if you finance that car, right?
No, I have an emergency fund. Now again,
not if you finance that car, because I'm assuming that you're not you're financing that car because you don't have the money to buy it. That's what I'm assuming, right?
No, you're assuming wrong. I have the cash. I just decided not to put the cash towards that.
Oh, so okay, Herbert, like, I gotta talk to you, brother. I gotta talk to you now. You sounding like a slave when you talk like that, man.
No, I'm good. Now, again, if I sat down, LJ, I guess I don't want to be too revealing to the group. I'm sorry. I don't talk to everybody about my personal finance. Just say that I'm exercising this option. I have other options, but I'm exercising this option. Okay. So I don't want to go, like I said, in your case, what you're saying, you're 100% dead on. And overall, I would tell somebody, no, don't do what I'm doing. That's what I'm saying. For a younger person, theoretically, hey, you're younger, you can take more risks. When you get older, hey, things like this becomes more like if I was just driving down the street, or if I was driving, down the street or not going out of town, I would tell somebody, hey, man, get something about $5,000-$6,000 and pay cash for it. But the realistic situation with myself is that I'm going to be running up back and down the road. And I know that I'm going to need something that just in case something happens, I'm going to say, you know what, I'm in a car that's safe. But again, that's not going to tell me 100% that that's not going to happen. But for me, I'm exercising. And if I sat down and talked to you, which I will, hopefully see you in September or something, I'll go a little bit more detail. But I have decided, because I could pay cash for it and say, hey, just put cash for that car. But then I'm the type of person that like to say, you know what? If something this happened, I got this over here. And that's me. Now, somebody could easily argue and say, well, Herb, just pay cash and then you have no debt at all. That's true. That's true. So I'm just deciding just to exercise. Well, let me.
Okay, I'm not going to. But you do know, if you finance the car, the money that you think you're not spending, mathematically, if you do the math, you do know it's gone, right? Mathematically, correct?
Yeah, mathematically, I understand that.
Okay, you do. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm clear. There's some disadvantages as well too. I mean, there's some. No, there's only disadvantages. Only, Herb. There's not some. I don't know who you've been talking to, Herb. You've been talking to somebody. You've been talking to somebody.
No, I have been talking.
Yeah, you have, man. Because you're talking totally different, man. You're talking totally different.
No, I'm good.
You're trying to justify financing a car, man. That's financial. Listen, Herb, that's financial suicide.
No, I'm not justifying it. I get it. I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Oh no, it's not me. It's not me. It's not Herb. It's not me. It's just math. Not me. I'm not. Pretend I'm not here. Pretend I'm math. Okay. I'm not. It's not LJ. It's not SMD. I'm just math, and pretend I'm math. Hey, Herb, You know, if you finance that car, that money that wherever you're talking about is really not there, though. You know that's true, right?
LJ, yeah. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
All right.
But I'm just saying, I'm just like, if I would feel like this, put this way. If I didn't have the option of paying for it in cash, then I wouldn't do it. Because I would say to myself,
say that one more time. You lost me. If you didn't what?
If I didn't have I'm exercising an option. Like, in other words, I wouldn't advise anybody to get a car that doesn't have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. Now, to me, now you're going way over the top if you're doing something like that. But if you decide not to do that,
you don't have an emergency fund. If you finance the car, you don't have a 3 to 6 months emergency fund.
Okay.
Mathematically.
I understand what you're
saying. Herb, am I right? Am I right, Herb?
No,
is my math? No, is my math right?
I'm gonna let you go with that and say that I don't. Let's just put it this way. Again, you know, I go on what my income coming in covers this. So I'm not taking this out of and I can certainly understand your point. I'm not taking this from another pile or anything, or I'm not having to do something to get it. It's just like, hey, I'm moving, I'm saving X amount of dollars moving. By doing this, okay, I'm going to have this savings. I'm going to apply that savings there to this, and then I'm good. It's just an option that we
I drove my 1995 GMC Yukon with 250,000 miles on it from Seattle, Washington to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
I know. And that's great. You got a Yukon, and that works for you. And like I said, I haven't had a car. Look, this ain't easy for me. I ain't had a car payment probably in like 12 years.
Oh, so you're about to break that streak.
I'm about to break the streak, but I'm breaking the streak. I'm gonna have some peace of mind. I mean, I'm not gonna be somebody that died in a car accident and then didn't have a relative saying, wait, and then have relatives say, "Oh, Herb was such a nice guy. You know what he did?
Oh God, Herbert.
He did this."
Herbert, what channel you been talking on? Who you been talking to, man? Because you sound totally. You know what? You sounded like a slave.
I'm not a slave.
You're saying
I'm not even concerned about that.
You're saying that stuff, Herbert, that the people in debt say. You're saying that stuff. Hey, man, safety. This is the only the way I can get a car. I'm safe, and this and that, and blah blah.
No. I mean, again, I would still tell a person. I understand exactly what you're saying, LJ, and I would tell them exactly what you're saying. I would tell them, hey, go out there and don't get a car unless you're gonna pay for, or get like a half of a car, not half of a car. Just get like half of what you normally would get. Get that and drive that around town. My situation's a little bit different. You know, I mean, for me,
all the slaves say that.
And again,
they all say that. They all say that.
I know they all say that. And I'm saying to you, the average person who gets a car payment doesn't have any other income, doesn't have any savings. And I understand that part you shouldn't be doing. That's financial suicide.
I don't really compare myself to other people, so I don't know what they do.
But I'm saying also, and I understand where you're coming from. You're in Myrtle Beach, right? Mm-hmm. And so you're going to travel mostly locally there. You may travel maybe 50 or 100 miles there. I get that. My situation is going to be traveling 300 miles at least once or twice a month. I get that too. It's not a hey, I deserve this. No, because I don't even want it. But at the same time, I'm like, you know what? I need to, if something happens to my family, whatever, I need to be able to go and get up and go anytime I want. And I don't want to be going to Avis and Hertz to do that. I've already done that. I've been doing that for years.
Okay.
And again, I'm just giving, it's not even, and I know it's just like, man, I'm so disappointed. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm not disappointed. I can't be disappointed because you already know 100% and you doing it. I want you to see how powerful the debt matrix is. You know 100% and you're still going to do it. That's powerful shit right there, man. That is powerful.
It is. I mean, it's powerful stuff. And like I said, everybody's got we only get one. I'm a little bit biased towards it, and I ain't gonna sit here and
towards math.
Say that.
You're biased towards math?
No, not towards.
You're biased towards what?
Transportation, because that's where I made my living. And all I'm saying to you is that most accidents are caused now by older model cars. Has nothing to do with numbers. Don't matter.
Herbert, stop,
Again,
man. Come on,
no,
Herbert.
no,
Stop,
no,
man.
no,
Come on.
no.
This is hey, who
LJ, hey,
hey,
LJ,
who
hey,
hacked
LJ.
Herbert's? This is not Herbert. Who hacked his
Hey,
account?
LJ,
I don't know
hold on.
who you are, buddy, but I'm gonna
Hey,
call
LJ, guess
Herbert
what?
and I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I don't know how you got his account, but I ain't
hey,
playing
LJ.
that.
Okay, this is what we're saying. This is what I'm saying to this SMD family.
This ain't Herbert.
We're going to kind
hacker.
of agree to disagree with that. That's all.
The hacker.
And we're still good.
I don't know how you copied his voice so good. You're good, hacker. All right, you're really good. But I know him personally, and I'm going to call him. I know who you are.
But I'm
hacker.
also, but also, I do want to tell the family because most of them are 20s, 30s,
age has
early
nothing to do with
40s.
it, Herbert. Age has
No,
nothing.
what I'm saying to them is that don't save your money. Save your money and pay cash. But sometimes, again,
Herbert, tell me this. Why would they listen to you as you're saying you're about to finance a car? Why would a young person listen to you?
Do as I say, not as I do. I mean, I just made a choice, LJ. I mean, I think right now, in my personal opinion, I think things are going to get worse. And I think if people don't have, and
yes,
people don't have
financing cars,
and no, it has nothing to do with financing cars. I'm saying to you, because matter of fact, cars prices keep going up because people are buying them, which is crazy. But my point is that if people don't have cash right now, they're going to be in my opinion, if people don't have cash, they're going to be in a very vulnerable position.
You telling me you haven't been to no other channels, Herbert?
Yeah, I've been to some. I always go to.
Tell me some channels you've been.
I always go to finance channels.
Yeah, what finance channels have you recently gone to?
I've go to them all the time.
I know. Which one? Your most recent. Tell me your most recent. I want to go there. Tell me a name, a couple of them. I want to go to them.
I'm gonna send you the link to one of them guys that says, hey, about getting a car and all that stuff. Again, if you, I certainly understand not being in debt. What I disagree with Dave Ramsey is that he says don't get it no matter what. And I'm saying to you,
it's not Dave Ramsey, it's math. So you're disagreeing with math.
So I'm disagreeing. I guess right. Yeah. And I'm saying I'm putting a value on safety and peace of mind.
You do know math is an exact science, though, right?
And guess what? In the math, I'll hopefully still be alive if I'm in a collision. So there's more to it than that for me mentally. I mean, I was hit by a car once, and I was hit by an 18-wheeler truck. And the only thing that saved me back in the 80s, I was wearing the seatbelt and the car was totaled. And I walked out without a scratch. And I was in my 20s. So there's more to that than just the numbers for me. If I hadn't had a seatbelt on, I probably would have been dead. And we weren't even required back in the 80s to wear a seatbelt. And I'm sitting here telling you that a person should not, in my opinion, unless they're driving locally, they should not be on the road with an old car, period. And that's my feeling on it. Numbers wise, do you have to pay the price for that? Yes, you do. But nobody should be on the road on a consistent basis with an old car. That car doesn't even have the safety features of what we have right now. It has none of that. And this is me, I'm feeling a lot better. Again, this is a guy who skydived on his 50th birthday. So this is not a fear thing. I've been skydiving. But if I'm going to be out there in the road, I want to be on equal footing with everybody else. And I'm making that choice for me. I'm putting a value on my life. I'm saying, yeah, my life is worth more than $25K. That's what I'm saying. But again, I wouldn't have, I know you disagree with her. I'm asking this is going to be a debt slave. I'm not even concerned about that. Because I want to have peace. When I get in the car, I'm good. Matter of fact, that's what I'm basing my decision on. What is the safety, the most safe? I'm not going out here and get a sports car or anything like that. I'm probably end up getting some conservative car that's hopefully has high safety rating.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's all I want to say.
All right.
Thanks, LJ.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right.
You see how strong the matrix is? That's powerful stuff, man. That is powerful. Now, I got to tell you something. I'm not, don't get me wrong. I'm not upset at Herb. Herb's a grown man. He can do whatever he want to do. It doesn't mean anything to me. He does what he wants to do. But I want you guys listening in this channel. I want you guys to see something, right? I want you to see how powerful that is. Herb sounds just like a slave, making up all these excuses to justify financing a car. Something that goes down in value, knowing logically, mathematically. And Herb keeps saying, he kept saying, I know you're disappointed, LJ. I'm not disappointed in anything. He's disagreeing with mathematics. I didn't invent math. It was here before I was born, and it's going to be here till after I'm dead. And it's never going to change for anyone, no matter how anyone feels. Shout out to Denny Morrison for the $2 super chat. New cars breakdown too, Herb. I'm more shocked. There's nothing in the world that could ever make me finance a car. Nothing. I'll walk before I finance a car. I'll catch the bus before I finance a car. I would never finance a car ever under any circumstances. Any. I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before since I've started doing this. I've never seen that. I've never seen somebody get out of debt and then go back into debt, knowing that you're not supposed to do that mathematically. I've never seen somebody step out of the debt matrix and voluntarily go back. I've never seen that. That's the first for me. That's a first for me. That blows me away. I mean, I wish you good luck, Herbert. I really do. Do your thing, man. You know, listen, legally tied to a car for put it this way. Legally tie myself to a depreciating object for 3 years. Hell to the no. And Herbert, I got to tell you, man, you're bringing up fears, and I got hit in a truck and across the street, and then I seen a car coming, then the safety features of this and that. I'm just like, man, what it's strong. You see that picture? You see that thumbnail? Those are slaves. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know. They look at that square box and they're just drawn to it. The Borg. They're just drawn to it. To hear, I want you guys to see, if you're in debt right now, and you've always been in debt and you thought debt was part of life, I want you to see something. I want you to see, so you don't feel bad that you're in the debt matrix. First, recognize that you're there, but I want you to see how powerful it is. It is very, very powerful, especially if you've been there all your life. Now, there's nothing in the world that can draw me back into the debt matrix. Nothing will. There's no car on earth that I think is safe enough that I would finance. There is no car on earth. That is, woo. Oh my God, man. I'm not, hey Herb, I'm not trying to put you down or anything. I really hope you don't take this wrong. And I really am proud of you getting on this channel and saying that. I commend you. I do commend you for doing that, but you had to have known my response on financing a car. I mean, just listening to you, hey, my circumstances are different. But I have this way, but I would advise anybody against it. None of that. That's called cognitive dissonance. Wow, man, that is mind blowing. Woo. Woo, woo. Hello. Hey, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Uncle. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up?
I was trying to wait, but I can't contain my excitement.
Okay.
Not contain it.
All right.
As of July 10th, 2020,
I'm worth $71.51.
Congratulations. Congratulations. $71. What was the cents again?
51.
50.
It might be 56. It's
Okay,
50 something cents.
71.56.
Yes.
Congratulations. 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 Too bad you only can tell us that. You can't go out to the debt matrix and say that, but you can say it here. Congratulations, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I wanted to wait till I completely paid off my debt, but my SMD number.
Okay,
my
gotcha.
SMD number
Gotcha.
be $71.50 something cents.
Nice.
I was trying to wait till it was all paid off, but I couldn't. I had to tell somebody.
And you can only tell it here for sure. You could only tell it here because nobody's going to understand it outside of this place.
Yeah. I got into the Discord server and I was talking about what it took to get out of debt. And in my opinion, this is the hardest thing I've ever done. I mean,
Me too.
I've delivered food. I've picked up those rechargeable scooters on the street. I've done mystery shop. I've probably had about 12 or 14 different side hustles along the way.
Oh, while you're trying to get out of debt, you had all those
while
side
I'm getting out
hustles.
of debt. But guess what? I don't gotta do no more. Guess what? I don't have to do no more.
Everything you listed.
Everything all I got to do is, as of now, I still got to work, but
right. Just
I ain't got to do none of that other crap. No more.
Wow, man! Congratulations. Now, how long was your journey, by the way? How long did it take you? How long was it?
I mean, I had some hiccups along the way. I got divorced in the middle of it, so
that's okay. That's okay.
Took me back, but I'm gonna say about 4 years.
Nice. Okay. All right.
About 70-something thousand total.
I'm glad you stuck with it, man. Didn't even let divorce deter you, man. Congratulations, man.
Well, divorce kind of
slowed it down
to focus solely on what I wanted to do. Like when you're married, you got to compromise a lot of things.
Right.
So I didn't have to compromise at that point. I went full speed ahead to pay off this debt.
So is there anything on earth that'll make you go back into debt?
I can't think of one. Cannot think of one. I mean, I still got the mortgage on my house.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to move out and move into an apartment, but
usually when your house is the last one on your list, you already pretty much know. You will start to formulate an action plan on what you're going to do with that house. You really do. You really do.
It's funny how you or me, how I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'm in my 40s and I just recently refinanced from a 30-year mortgage to a 20-year mortgage. I did a couple of other things, but I'm like, dang, I'm in my 40s. If I pay minimum payments on this damn mortgage, I'm not going to be 70 till I paid it,
if you decided to wait that long.
If I decided to wait that long. So I'm like, we got to do something. I mean, we got to step. We have to change something. I'm not going to be in the debt for the rest of my life.
Right.
Including the house.
Because I was thinking about that. I said, even if you bought a house at 20, right, with a 30-year mortgage, you wouldn't be able to pay that off till you're 50. Yeah. Can you imagine telling a 20-year-old that? That's insane. That sounds like insanity right there.
It takes, I don't know. I'm looking at it way different because I don't know who, but I definitely heard it on your show. But someone called in or someone said like, paying your mortgage is like paying the minimum payments on your house. Yeah.
Like a minimum on a credit card, a very large credit card.
Exactly. And it's, I don't know if that's for me.
That's not for me. I know that. That's not going to happen for me. I'm going to get a house, but I'm going to buy it a very different way. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to put it under an LLC, and then I'm going to rent from myself because I'm going to own the LLC. I'm going to rent from myself. So that way my money and the taxes will help me pay that house off in 7 years.
Oh, wow. Wow. So yeah. Maybe I have to talk to you behind the scenes about that. But
you know who else is that good with that can explain it even better than me, because I haven't done it. I already know what I'm going to do, but Cosmic Wisdom has the knowledge on. She can explain to you the better than what I'm, especially on Discord server. Ask her that question. She'll know exactly how to explain it to you properly.
Okay. So I'll reach out to her, on the Discord server. Yeah, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I couldn't hold it. I have nobody I can share this information with.
Thank you for sharing, man. I love hearing that. I love hearing it. I appreciate it, man.
All right, man. Take care.
Okay, man. Thank you. Wow. He said he's $71. $71.56. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. It Will says, if you have ball tires on a new car, what good will it do for you? Man, oh my goodness. Hyphy says, all right, now I got to hop on and nicely body Herbert. This will hurt me to do so because I respect him. I respect Herbert too. Hey, man. And I hope you understand that, Herbert. I don't not respect you. I respect you. It's just very surprising. That's all it is. It's surprising to hear you talk like a slave. That it really is. It just blows my mind. It's like, what? Oh, the safety and the car and this and that. I'm like, you can't buy safe cars with cash? What are you I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Ali says, if his concern about the car safety, then he could have just bought a Volvo. You could there's a lot of cars you can buy with cash that are safe. Those are just excuses, man. Oh my God, man. I don't get it, but that's not neither here nor there. What's up, Dave Bourne? What's up, Brittany? What's going on? It's car salesmen talk like this. They sure do. Dave Bourne says people die and get serious hurt in 2019 car. Oh, in a 2019 car. It depends on the nature of the crash. Oh man, that's a oof. Shalisa says he wants to keep the illusion that he still has money. That's true. And that's exactly what it is. You're right, Shalisa. It's an illusion of money. It's an illusion. Dave says that like saying I'm going to buy a car, so I will not get a flat tire. Car capable of getting flats no matter what. SOBC, what's going on? What's happening? It Will says run flat tires, get it flat if you hit a pothole. Man, it's just a little bit of everything. You know, it is. I commend Herbert for getting up here saying that. I ain't gonna lie. That's commendable. New car with bald tires will kill anybody. Tires people take for granted. They sure do. What's up, Pedro? I bought an 06 Subaru Impreza with 90,000 miles on it 6 years ago. It now has 161,000 and still going. It Will says another thing, new cars are more electronics, which can shut down your car. Older cars have less electronics. So he is bugging with that one. Keep your car up keep it up to par and you won't have those problems. Sure won't. Yeah, he want that car bad. I already can tell Herbert's already sold on that car, man. It's already sold. It's already sold. It's already sold. Yeah, you're right. Cognitive dissonance. Just added that to my debt-free vocabulary list. Cognitive dissonance. And I didn't learn that word. I didn't learn those two words until I got out of debt. Now I understand what it is. Yeah, I'll see all the congratulations to Uncle, man. That's beautiful, man. Beautiful. Ali says, I wonder how many people would lease or finance cars if you legally had to have a letter that designated your ownership status of the car on your license plate. So for example, if you leased a car of exactly, okay, then your license plate would say L or on it, F for financed and O for owned. Oh man, that would be tight. I wish they would do something like that. That would be cool. That would be real cool. I guarantee that at least 40% of the cars wouldn't be on the road if that were to happen. Yeah, that would cut into profit. So they would never do that. What's up, Shell, man? Long time no see, man. What's going on? What's going on? That's why I think Shell was the one that said that. I think it was you, Shell, that said something about look at a big credit card, look at a mortgage like a large credit card, and you making the minimum payment every month on that big credit card. Herbert phone home. Red Pill Neo says, I never understood why people think buying a house is cheaper than renting an apartment. My calculator proves otherwise. I bet you only people in debt say things like that. Guarantee you, when you hear somebody say, hey, stop waiting. This is what a lot of slaves say. Hey, stop wasting money on rent when you can own. Why are you going to be investing in the future? You have something to pass down to your children and all this other stupid nonsense, right? They always say stuff like that, right? Anybody that tells you that, especially you young people, I want you to listen. Anybody that says that to you, these are the two things I want you to first check out. You say, when they talk to you, usually everybody has a phone in their hand, right? You say, hey man, how much was that phone? If they don't know, that means they financed it. Because if you pay cash for a phone, you know exactly how much that phone costs. But if you financed it, you don't know. So if they say, I don't know, then they financed it. Then you don't take that kind of rent versus mortgage advice from anybody in debt, because they want you to be like them. I'll never finance a car again, ever, under any circumstances. Jeffrey says, what if he gets in an accident with a Mack truck? Oh man, oh man. But hey, whatever. I know. I think his account got hacked. I think his account got hacked. That's my personal belief. But I don't know how the hacker made himself sound like Herbert. I just don't get that. That's advanced technology. Okay. Yep. Hey, man, it's been good, man. I see you just haven't seen you in a while, man. I hope things are well. I hope you're doing all right. Even though you drive a Toyota, man, I still believe you. She'll say it's hard to look at that way because it's the largest minimum payment you can own. Yeah, exactly. It's very difficult, very difficult. All right. Hello.
Wagwan, big ups.
What's up, man? I didn't read the whole thing. Herbert Walker's Club. Okay, gotcha. What's up, man? What's up, Hype? What's going on?
Bless up yourself. Let me get to chopping this fable.
Okay, all right.
All right.
You guys ready? I hope you guys ready.
I'm not gonna body him like I usually would, because I got a lot of respect for a man like Herbert.
Me too. Me too.
Okay, this is where it could, someone like you and myself, we could actually find it disrespectful because, matter of fact, LJ, put up a picture of your truck.
Okay, all right. Let me see if it's still back there.
All right, because you drive a 90s.
95.
Yeah, just like myself, and we drive these vehicles by choice, not because we have to.
Right. There we go.
All right. So now this is where someone like you and myself could find those comments disrespectful. Such as like myself, I take my truck and I drive more than 300 miles each way, as he said. I go camping, I take dirt bikes out, guns, I really go out. And I've never felt like I was going to be left stranded.
You never felt unsafe. You never felt unsafe once.
I've never felt as if I was a hazard on the road, because when you don't have these $700, $800 car payments,
right?
Guess what? When you need brakes, you could go buy the best brakes straight from the dealership. If you need to.
Right. You can go take your car straight to the dealership. You sure can.
Who's more likely to neglect maintenance? If you have a car payment, you might not be able to afford the necessary maintenance.
Yeah.
That comes. But if you don't have that car payment, you could take care of that maintenance.
You sure can. Easy. It's easy.
All right. And then, people with newer cars, AC said something about these cars that are newer are less likely to be in accidents. Well, how come every time you see an accident between these dudes racing and stuff, it's always Camaros and Challengers?
Right.
It's the new sports cars.
Right.
Getting into these accidents. You get these cars, you're more likely to drive, a little bit crazier.
Yep.
And as my man like Ill Will said, it don't matter if you got a new car, if you got ball tires or you got low brakes. I'm walk on with this team, boy. So yeah, it's like I said, for some in the chat, it just sounds crazy. But like I said, for someone like myself who has 300,000 miles on a truck, and I drive even longer than what Herbert would be driving, it's actually, you can find it disrespectful. Because as much money that my vehicle and your vehicle have saved us, you're trying to tell us we're being a hazard to people on the road by having these vehicles?
I didn't think about it that way. That's funny.
And two, LJ, since you come from that era, you remember those, Chevy C10s, all that stuff back in the, Novas, Chevelles and stuff.
I do.
Now, remember, if one of those vehicles got into an accident, the
Yeah.
wall was going to go down,
Yeah.
not the vehicle.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
vehicles were built strong.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
vehicles today, they're built with fiberglass.
They sure are. I got a lot of metal on this truck, right? Steel on this truck right here. A lot of steel on this bad boy.
Exactly. So I mean, it's just, you know, some things that he said I just totally disagree with, and I'm pointing out some of the contradictions. Okay, yeah, I see men like Jeffrey Massey. He says he has a 4Runner. I got a 4Runner, so
Oh,
you
okay.
can relate to what I'm talking about. Yeah, I have a four-wheel drive 4Runner.
Mm-hmm.
I can promise you, I'm not making anybody on these roads. I'm not putting them in more danger compared to a 19-year-old that just got a
Right.
Challenger or a Camaro.
Right.
So I'm saying this. It sounds to me, it's like he just made a silent agreement with himself.
Mm-hmm.
He wants a newer vehicle.
Yes.
And he just wants a Highlander. And see the thing about it, the vehicle that he wants, it's a good vehicle.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So I'm not even knocking him for the choice.
Oh
of
no,
that
it's a good vehicle. Yeah, for sure. It is a good vehicle.
In it. Sing. So it's a good vehicle. But he wants it so much, he's willing to ignore all of that, you know, not just advice, the facts that you laid out in front of him.
Pay more for it than what it's worth. He's willing to pay more for it than what it's worth. That's how bad he wanted.
Seen. So it was just, you know, that's just pretty crazy to me.
That's crazy.
And he dropped some advice, but I would just ask, because at the beginning he said, you know, he would recommend somebody just, you know, pay $6,000, $7,000 for you know, for like a vehicle. Well, see, my thing is this: you could go find, couldn't you go find a Highlander for that price?
Right. You can.
So why is he not taking his own advice?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It really shocked me. I ain't gonna lie, it shocked me. I thought he was going to tell me something else, but when he said finance a car, I just was like, what? Okay, he's joking, right? He's going to say something. I thought a joke was going to come. He's like, nah, man, I'm serious. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, cool. You there, man? I don't know if you cut in and out. I can't hear you if you're talking. Hyphy? Uh-oh. I think I lost you, man. Hello? Oh, I think I lost you. You're in and out. Hi, I lost you. All right, I'm gonna have him come back. Come back in, man. If you get. Whoa, man! I tell you, man. I'm a shocked every day. Ill Will says, LJ, you know my favorite car is a Porsche 2006 to 2009 911 Turbo, bruh. I will not remain on the corporate plantation to own one exactly, especially at my age. I'm at peace with never owning one finance. No, never. L. Johnson, voice modulators are real. I don't think it's Herbert, man. I think it's a hacker. You know, hack this stuff. All right, man. You guys hit that super chat if you want. If you have a question, you guys in the background that are quiet, don't be shy, don't be scared, don't be nervous. Ask your question. If you do a super chat, you get straight to the top. Okay. Oops. There's my Cash App just in case. Let's see. What's up, Jewel? I didn't see you sneak in here. What's going on? She said, I'm holding my breath. Red Pill Neil says, when buying a house, you have to consider things like flood insurance, clogged up toilets, leaky ceilings, property taxes. That equals out to be way more than rent. Sure does. Believe that. Thank you, Red Pill. Appreciate it. Q Savage says, my son's mom wasted so much cash, $90,000 a year, police officer, buying $700 iPhones, and then try to sell it to me for $300. My son has an expensive iPhone as a toy, and kids, they don't really know. Somebody pointed this out on my Instagram too. Somebody pointed out there are kids with those Apple Watches. Kids. Now, do you really believe a parent is going to pay cash for an Apple Watch and give it to their kid. No, they are financing that shit. You better believe that's financed. Believe that. Jeffrey says, I've had my Toyota 4Runner for 20 years, no major expense, and it runs like runs like new money. Real talk, and I drive all over Southeast USA. Toyotas are good, man. Toyota's good. I mean, with the car that he's choosing, that Herbert's choosing, that car is excellent. Toyotas are just excellent, period. Dave said it better watch his mileage. Let's see. Oh, Fresh Prince CEO, $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. This man set me free. Now I'm living life. Thanks, bro. Hey, man, if you guys ain't been checking out Fresh Prince, man, this dude has been on his grind. I mean, first, okay, this is what I want you to do. Before you go over to his channel on YouTube, right? Before you go there, when you go there, I want you to go click on his very first video. Click on his very first video and then go back to his latest video. You guys will swear it's not the same dude. Like his first video, he's in the car. He's like, hey guys, I'm Fresh Prince CEO, and you should do better. And and now you go see his videos. Now he's out in public doing crazy stuff. I'm like, I'd be watching his videos. I'd be like, there is no way in the hell I do that in public. No, I ain't doing none of that. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, Fresh. I was like, damn, this dude. Then I went back and saw his. I was like, he's up at like 8,000-9,000 subscribers now. I'm like, holy shit, God, woo. I don't want to miss some of you guys' things. Okay, all right. Red Pill. I remember when I used to finance laptops. Man, me too. I financed phones. I did all that stupid nonsense. Chevelle SS Super Sport is a beast. I still want that car too, Ill Wills. Don't get me wrong. My car is between that one and a 72 Cutlass. 72 Cutlass drop top. That's what I want. 72 Cutlass drop top. What's up, daughter of a king? What's going on? Hello. Long time no see. Welcome. Ill Will says 700 horsepower in the hands of a 19-year-old is a deadly weapon for sure. What's up, Andre? What's going on, man? Safety had nothing to do with financing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Red Pill Neil says, don't sell your soul, Herbert. Don't join the dark side. Don't go back into the matrix. You know what I imagine? I imagine Darth Vader's voice going, come back. And he's like, no, I have to go. Daughter of King says, I just bought a 2001 BMW in excellent shape, new engine and low mileage. My peers are thinking I'm crazy for buying a 19-year-old car. They asked me why I just didn't get a new car with payments. Just asking you that, slave. How come you just didn't want to be a slave? Why don't you just join us in the slavery and the debt matrix? Why don't you just join us there? Come on, daughter. Come on. Come to the matrix. Come be assimilated. Maybe a lady reprograms somebody. That's why I was asking. I said, what channel have you been on? Something that just doesn't sound right. Nice says, I've been in a few bad wrecks. I understand how fear can mess with your head. You can't allow fear to guide your decision. No, sir. No, sir. Jeffrey says, LJ, could Herb be trying to impress someone? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. Nicer says, it's Agent Smith. He can morph into. That's right, Nicer. That was Agent Smith. You guys, if you haven't watched The Matrix, go check out who Agent Smith is. That was Agent Smith. That wasn't Herbert. That wasn't Herbert. Andre says, if I want something, I figure out how to get someone else to pay for it willingly. Exactly. I know that's alien speak. Those of you guys in the background that don't know alien, we're proud aliens. Okay, Andre speaks alien, deep alien. So some of the things are not going to make sense. I said pretty much everything I had to say. Thanks for letting me on. Of course, for sure. Yeah, but you know what, Hyphy? I think that was Agent Smith. That was Agent Smith. Daughter of King says, I refuse to have carbon. Absolutely refuse. Good job for not listening to your slave friends, daughter. Don't listen to slaves. You just go, this is what you do to slaves because they won't understand, even if you explain it to them. You just go, okay. Okay. All right. Red Pill Neil says Herbert needs to read The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey calls being in debt and financing stuff well-dressed poverty. Wow, that's a good one. I like that. I like that. Fresh Prince CEO says, at home taking a course watching from the penthouse view. That's what I'm talking about. Fresh Prince out there living it, man. He's doing his thing, man. Congratulations, man. That's crazy how you were scared on your first video. Now you're just doing crazy stuff, man. I mean, hey, in your latest video, Fresh, I like the new camera action that you're doing. Like, with the way they come in and back up and then shake a little bit and then come around to the other person. I like that kind of, I see a lot of people doing that kind of, I like that kind of stuff. Q Savage says, by the way, my son is 15 months old. Months? She will be breaking my neck for $500 monthly child support. I asked to see her credit report on your advice. We are not talking now. Oh my God. Oh yeah, she ain't showing you that. She's showing you without showing you. She really is. She's showing you right now without showing you. He said 15 months old. Woo. Whew. You better not, hey, Q Savage, you better not tell her that you're debt free, because if you tell her, people in debt take that wrong. If you tell her that you're debt free, she's going to think you have more money to give her, and you're going to be in court every couple of years. So don't say nothing. You better not say nothing like that. Yeah, go check them out. Go check them out. Go check them out. Jeffrey says, LJ, I want that 67 or 68 Lincoln Black with suicide door. Oh, I like that car though, man. I've seen some nice ones. You get that Lincoln Continental like that. Oh man. Yeah, that was a nice vehicle, especially if you fix it up. Like for businesses, I got a 2016 Dodge Durango used, a nice price, paid cash. I refuse to buy a car and I refuse to finance a car. Absolutely refuse. Red Pill Neil says they got Herbert free Herbert. Oh, that's the new hashtag, free Herbert. Daughter of a king, Queen of the South. What's going on, Queen? Ill Will says I have a Mercedes-Benz AMG show car that I win awards for. In 5 years, I will be able to get my historic plates from my state. Oh, okay. That is an accomplishment. The car will be 25 years old. 25 years old. I can smoke most. Oh, you about to say smoke most people driving? Did you say you smoke in the car? What you smoke? Oh no, you can smoke. Okay, got it. Oh man. I want you guys to, the debt matrix is powerful. Check out the thumbnail, okay? Check out the thumbnail. The debt matrix is powerful. Those of you guys in the background, listen. I want you guys to listen to this closely, okay? Whenever you hear somebody, especially with finances, if you ever hear somebody say, think outside the box, I want you to take a step back and ask that person that's telling you that. You say, what box are you talking about? Now, I'm going to tell you what that box is. It's the debt matrix. Think of the Borg. Star Trek's the Borg. The debt matrix is a square box. That's where everybody in debt lives. That's the box they're talking about. But by you asking that question, that will determine if they know they're in the box. Those people that say, hey, rent versus buy, why waste your money on rent and this and that? And if you turn to them and say, is that a finance cell phone in your hand? Yeah, they're in the box. That's why they're talking like that. You ask them, hey, are your student loans older than your children? And they're telling you they're telling you about rent versus buy. They're in the box. By them telling you that, they want you to be in the box with them. Don't be a slave. Don't be part of the Borg. You see that other picture? Every time you finance a car, I want you to think of that picture of this thumbnail with the Borg, with that thing over its eye, just staring. You're part of the Borg. In the debt matrix, that's where you live. If you've been in debt all your life, I want you to look at that square on the thumbnail. That's where you live. If you don't know how much debt you're in, that's where you live. When you're on the inside of the box, you can't tell it's a box. It just everything looks normal. The grass, your clothes, your house, your car, everything. Where you go to the store, you don't know you're inside the debt matrix. You don't know. I'm not in there. No, the SMD family members are not in that box. We're on the outside looking inside that box. Because we put it this way: the people inside the debt matrix are slaves. Us outside the debt matrix, we need slaves. You guys are very useful. So if you believe financing a car for whatever reason you justify in your head, hey man, it's a-okay. I don't mind. You keep me free. You keep other SMD family members free. The longer you believe in this box, hey man, do your thing. Do your thing. If you got student loans that are older than your children, you live in the Borg, you're in the box. Only slaves pay for college longer than going to college. Only slaves believe they get a finance car on sale. That nobody gets a finance car. Nobody gets a finance anything on sale, let alone a car. Nobody gets anything on sale. That's a trick. That's an illusion. Only lower class, middle class, upper class, those are illusions. They only exist in that box. Lower class, middle class, upper class, they don't even exist. They don't even exist. You can't think outside of a box that you don't even realize you're in. You can't do that. That's impossible. That's impossible. First, you got to stop and say, hey, wait a minute, I'm in a box. Yeah, that's step one. But I've never seen somebody do the work to get out of that box and go back in it. I've never seen that happen. That tells me how powerful that is. That is extremely powerful. That's some powerful stuff. I would be on this channel. I would be walking. I would be catching a bus, and I would wear my Savings Minus Debt shirt and let somebody see me and say, "Hey, LJ, is that you on the thing on YouTube? That's me. Why are you catching a bus? My car got totaled or something. Whatever. I lost my car. Got wrecked, stolen, whatever. Right? You on the bus? Yeah, because I'm not financing a car. I don't care if you see me on the bus. So what?" Jeffrey says, LJ, you know what's crazy? All that these, what are you saying? All that these BAs. Not sure what you mean by that, Jeffrey. Maybe you're saying it later on down the line. Queen of South says, LJ not playing with these slaves, put them in timeout. Hey, man, Queen, we need slaves. I'm not, let me tell you guys, slaves. Let me tell you the slaves, okay? And you're first of all, you're choosing to be a slave, okay? You're choosing. The reason why you're choosing, because you're choosing not to trust mathematics. You're choosing it. So you're AKA choosing to be a slave. But this economy would not work without slaves. We need you. You guys are number one. We need you. Hey, man, I'm getting this car, man. It's safety and this and hey, whatever. Hey, go ahead, slave. Sure, I don't care. Do your thing. But you do know what you're choosing, right? You do know that you're not getting a finance. Hey, my situation is different. Okay. Yeah, all right. Whatever. Cool. All these banks offering you all kind of credit when you are debt free. It's a trap. And you know what's so crazy? Let me tell you something. People are falling for oh man, the cars are going up. That's an illusion. Housing prices increasing, car prices increasing. That is an illusion. That's not real. If you want it to be real, you go right ahead. You know what the banks are doing? Let's step outside the debt matrix for a second. The banks are limiting their losses. How are they doing that? By locking people to the value of things of today. They're locking them in by financing them. So when it crashes, when everything goes down and crashes, guess who's stuck still paying the payments of today? Slaves are stuck. Hey man, they're gonna see their house is gonna go down 200,000-300,000, and then they're gonna be like, man, I'm still paying this same mortgage. Yes, you are, slave. That's how it works. What are you talking about? Woo, that will have you upside down. Sure will. What's up, R Carp? Hi, LJ. For some reason, I'm not getting any more notification. Hey man, I'm not sure. You know what I would do? Unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then check all, because I put this notification inside the Discord. I put it inside the community, the YouTube community. I put it in a lot of places. But you know, YouTube has been being funny about notifications, so it's mainly YouTube. Okay. He said Herbert got a phone home. I wish you come on back, Herbert. It sounds like you haven't done it yet, but it sounds like you're gonna do it. I hope you come. I hope you change your mind, Herbert. I really do. Queen Sal says, LJ, I read three approved credit card offers this week. Thanks, but no thanks. Oh, you've been offered three pre-approved credit cards. Okay, gotcha. No, thank you, Shred. You know what I do? You guys, if you guys want to stop all that stuff, I froze all three of my credit reports. You can go to each credit bureau's website and freeze your credit report. All of mine are frozen, so I don't get credit card offers. I don't get all that stupid nonsense. I don't get none of that. I only have one credit card, so I don't need any other offers, right? All of them are frozen, so I don't get stuff like that. So I would advise freezing. Plus, it's just another step to protect just in case if your identity's stolen for some reason, it might be stolen one day. And the reason why they're stealing your ID, amongst other things, but they're going to use your credit. But if it's frozen, it's a waste of time. There's so many low-hanging fruit. They come across yours. If it's frozen, they're really not going to bother with it. Now they got to figure out how to get past they're not going to do all that. There's too many people that are easy. Red Pill Neil says you should make that a t-shirt, LJ. You can't think outside of a box that you don't know you're in. I'll buy that shirt. That's powerful. I'm gonna throw that at my bro. I'm gonna get that shirt made up. I like that. That's some powerful stuff, man. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm looking at something. Sorry about that. But if you guys have any questions, if you believe you're in the debt matrix, if you believe you live there and you want to figure out if you live there or not, please jump right in, ask the question. Not only will I answer, other SMD family members will be happy to answer your questions, but we don't sugarcoat things here, man. And the reason why we don't sugarcoat things here, because we want you to be free. This is serious business, man. Now, again, for Herbert to do that on this channel, I don't understand it, but I respect it. I respect Herbert. I totally respect him. I do. It just surprises me. It just surprises me. That's all. Just a surprise. Yeah, do that, Queen. So it stops all that stupid nonsense, especially with a woman with a paid off house. You better believe they're gonna be coming at you with all kind of offers. Frozen. Get a check systems freeze also. What is that? What is check systems? I don't know what that is. Any questions? If you guys have any questions, please ask. Oops, I'm trying to. Any questions? Hold on, I got to turn this AC on, man. It's getting warm. I'm back. I am back. Red Pill Neil says another shirt idea is financing stuff while in debt is well-dressed poverty. I'd buy that shirt too. You know what? This is what I stay away from things that people can insert their opinion on, right? So I like to trap slaves. I use math. Math is a good trapper, right? You can trap. They can't contradict anything because the math is right. And they're like, oh yeah, you're right, but so and then that's why I can go. This is the reason why I can say it like this. No, not me. Mathematics. Math is right, right? Math is right. It has nothing to do with me. Math. Live for businesses. Oh, bank account. Okay, you're saying that. Gotcha. Let me see what you were saying. Ron, welcome. Why your vid so long? Because that's what people love. So I give the people what they want. Long videos. They love the long videos. So I give the majority of people that follow me love my long videos. That's why they're long. Life for Business frees people from opening bank accounts. Gotcha. Sure does, etc. I love it's all frozen. Red Pill Neil says, is there a downside to freezing your credit reports? I haven't had a downside. I don't use credit, so I don't really, I've never rented. But anyway, if you actually need to do it, you can thaw out. They call it thawing. You can thaw out if you're going to a business and you say, you about to run some credit for some unknown reason, right? And you ask them, which credit agency do you use? And they'll tell you. Which credit bureau do you go through? They'll tell you. Then you call or get online or do whatever. And you say, thaw out my credit report for this one-time shot. And then the person will get in, run it, and then it'll refreeze. Life for Business said, I had no idea about checks until something happened to me last year. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So let me write that down. I'm gonna go freeze mine today. Check systems. Because I'm gonna freeze it there too. Check systems freeze. Let me actually put that up there too. Checks systems. Gonna do that today. Leave that. I'd be killing me, man. I tell you, I'd be killing me. Oh God. You are welcome. You're welcome. Hyphy says, if you get your annual credit report, it will show you which companies have done soft pulls on your credit report. Those companies were all interested in soliciting credit services to. And you know, so crazy, Hyphy, since mine have been, I'm glad you brought that up, Hyphy. Let me tell you guys something. Since my credit report has been frozen, all three of them, I haven't had any soft, hard pulls on my credit report at all. You know how they sit, and they sit on your credit report for 2 years. If you run your credit, right, they do a hard pull. Because I just recently was looking at somebody's stuff, right? It showed them went and applied for credit for something. And then underneath it, it says, this will be sitting here for 2 years as a pull. So let me get this straight. Like here, okay, here's something. Okay, slaves, I want you guys to listen to this. Okay, this is a glitch in the debt matrix. This is a glitch. This is what I'm gonna show you. They always say this, hey man, if you run your credit report if you run too many times or apply for too much credit, your credit score will go down. You mean to tell me that my credit score will go down if I use credit as designed? If you use it as designed, your credit score will go down. Does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense. That's a glitch in the debt matrix. Why would using something as designed cause your credit score to go down? That doesn't make any sense. Only slaves believe that. Only slaves. Jeffrey says, LJ, I went this path after reading Robert Kiyosaki's book, the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, the book Millionaire Next Door. I got rid of my house and my woman and have 750,000. So let me get this straight. You had 50,000 and then you got rid of the woman. Now you got 250,000. Congratulations, Jeffrey. Congratulations, man. That is funny. I like that. It's funny. No, I've read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I haven't read The Millionaire Next Door. I haven't read that. But congratulations, man. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I'm happy for you, man. This is a place. Let me put this up here too, so you guys don't. 1 second here, just in case if you guys want to join the members only YouTube group where we have other types of discussions there that we don't have to. So just in case if you want to join the members only YouTube group, there it is. We have different types of conversations in there. We're one thing I like about the group, we can talk about many different topics in there without people going left or right with it. Hey, what do you mean that religion is this and you can't do? Oh man, no, we're saying this for a reason. And then we just get on that subject. So if you're thinking about it, hey, join. It's only $4.99 a month. Check it out. Hyphy says hard pulls appear on your credit report for at least 2 years. They appear on your credit report for at least 2 years. They only affect your credit score for 12 months. Soft pulls don't affect your credit score at all. See all that stupid hard pull, soft pull. I get out of the credit game. You don't have to worry about that stupid nonsense. It makes no sense. All these rules. Hey man, if you close your credit card, your credit score will go down. If you pay off your credit card, your credit score will go down. But if you leave 3% on there, all that says, slave, if you leave money on there, they continue to earn money, and then they reward you with the credit score for doing it. Because if you pay your whole credit card off, they earn no money. That's why they're going to penalize you, slaves. That's a whip on your back. If you pay a car off, your credit score goes down. That's a whip on your back, slave. You can't be doing that. Slaves got to get put in check. That's why they scare them. What's up, Evan? Is it possible to rent or make certain purchases after freezing your credit? Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can rent. Yeah. But you got to remember each place that you run your credits for, you just got to ask them, hey, which credit bureau do you go through? They'll tell you, and then you just go and unthaw and say, okay, go ahead. And then they'll run it, and then you refreeze it. That's it. Not a big deal. But trust me, when you if you go if you're going to rent an apartment, right? Of course, they're going to run your credit because they want to see if you're, they're going to run a lot of things, right? But if you come up with the whole year's worth of rent, they're really not going to, they're going to be like, oh, we're just going to check your record, make sure you ain't got a record. But as far as credit go, they're really not going to care because you're going to pay the whole year's rent. And you're going to say, hey, man, can you knock 2 months off if I pay the whole rent? They're going to say, yes. Yes, we can. Not everybody. Of course, not everybody. But the majority, especially right now in this climate, if you go up to an apartment complex and you say, hey, man, will you knock off 1 month or 1 or 2 months of rent if I pay you the whole year? Hey, you are welcome here. Welcome. Uh-oh. All right. Hey, we got a troll. Hey, you guys, we got a troll. We got a troll. We got, hey, man. Hey, Ron, I rarely get trolls. So welcome, troll. I rarely get trolls. Rarely do. What's up, AG? If a person is debt free with a business and wanted to get a car they always wanted, they lease it only to enjoy it and use the lease as a write-off. What's your thoughts? If you're leasing a car, it better be under the business's name. That's all I'm saying. If you lease a car, it better not be under your because I'm only dealing with personal. I'm not against business debt. I want to make sure that's clear. Everybody in this room, I'm not against business debt. I'm against personal debt. I promise you. You get out of debt first. You take care of the business of you. You will know exactly how to use business debt. I promise you. I promise you. Shout out to Life for Business for the $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. I wonder if Herbert is getting his car under his business. That might challenge the conversation a bit. I forgot to ask that earlier. If he was, he would have said it. That would have changed the whole thing. Hey, man, I'm going to go ahead and buy this car, but it's going to be under my business. Discussion's done. Okay, cool. I get it. Totally get it. Cool. I understand. But that would have been said up front, like for a business. That would have been said right up front. I promise you. Red Pill Neil says the Millionaire Next Door is a good book. You would like it, LJ. I've been hearing that for years too. I'm gonna check that out. You're welcome, Evan. John Smith, welcome. Why do you say once you get out of debt, you can afford to live any place you want? Because once you put it this way, John, once you get out of debt, you will understand that time is the most valuable thing on earth, time. And you're going to work, you're going to do whatever you're going to do to create a business to make sure you own that time. That wealth, don't distinct rich and wealthy together. They're two separate words for a reason. Rich means you have a lot of money. Wealthy means you own the time in your life. And once you understand this, once you understand that, if you ever felt it, if you've never felt it in your life, you can't feel this if you have always had a job, because that's impossible. You can't own every minute of your life with a job. I have done that for the last 5-6 years. Once you understand what that is, you will do anything it takes to create a successful business to always own the time in your life. And whatever that business is, and when I say anywhere you want. Now, the first thing a person says, "Oh man, you can't live in Hawaii on the beach." I didn't say I want to live anywhere. I didn't say I want to live on Hawaii in the beach. I don't want to live there. I want to live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Anywhere I want to live, anywhere you want to live, not anywhere where people think, because that's the first things people say. "Oh man, you can't live anywhere. What about New York right downtown?" I don't want to live in New York downtown. Anywhere you want to live, John. Get debt free and you'll know exactly what I mean. I promise you. Okay. But great question. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Leroy says, ideally, how many months of expenses should you have when you decide to quit your job? I say, I'm going to use myself, but I did it different, Leroy. This is what I did. When I quit my job, my expenses was so minimum because I moved out of my fancy high rise. I moved into with my sister. I got my expenses down to $900, $800, something like that. I got my expenses down to about $800, and I was making $160,000 a year. Okay. So my money was stacking so fast. I didn't really think about expenses like that anymore. My money stacked so fast. I didn't really think, oh man, I got about 3 to 6 months expenses or whatever. It was just there. And plus I worked an additional year once I became debt free. So I moved in with my sister, became debt free, and then I worked for 1 more year. But this was the difference, Leroy. This is the part I can't really explain to you. But once you become debt free, once I became debt free, my job was irritating me. Now, it wasn't that it was a place that I didn't love working. I loved where I worked. I loved the people I worked with, but a job started to feel like prison. I can't explain that part. That part is, I've never felt that before in my life until I became debt free. Once I became debt free, I was like, damn, I'm wasting my time driving to work in traffic every day. I go to work, the sun's coming up. I have to deal with traffic. When I leave work, the sun's going down, and then I got to leave traffic. I got to get in traffic again. And then I got an hour at the gym or 2 hours at the gym. And then once I'm at the gym, I come home, eat, and then I get in the bed and start this, repeat this process all over again. I couldn't take it anymore. So once you get out of debt, I suggest like this: get out of debt, stay at your job for another year so you can just stack your dough. Don't worry, your bread is going to stack so fast. All right. Don't worry about how much of that should I save for an emergency fund. Don't worry about that part. Emergency fund will be the furthest thing from your brain. Okay. Don't even worry about that. You will always have money for emergencies. I promise you. Okay. Appreciate that. Thank you, Nicer. Andre says Herbert is scared that is why he's making the decision he's making. He has an income problem because of his debt problem. Yes. Let me tell you something. When you get out of debt, you become what's called an alien. when you hear people talk like that, they don't really understand what they're saying. They don't really know that they're telling you what they're telling you. They're just like, hey, this is the reason why I'm doing it. And now I'm going to tell you why I'm about to justify what I'm about to do. It's like, hey, man, you don't really have to justify with me anything. It's just, you have to justify that with mathematics. It has nothing to do with me. Nothing at all. It's just, I don't know, whatever. What's up, Amina? What's going on? Now, let me keep putting this, just in case anybody want to jump on, you can. Here's the link. You don't have to get on camera. You don't have to get on camera. You can stay. You can keep the camera off if you choose. If you like what I'm saying, don't hesitate. There's the CashApp. But yeah, and I was joking when the reason why I came up with this subject today, right? Because I was thinking of the box, right? Everybody, hey, think outside the box, think outside the box. Well, again, slaves don't realize that they're in a box. They have to know that they're in a box before they can think outside of it, right? Everybody, there's so many people that say these things. When you get out of debt, I know I'm jumping around, but they keep coming to me as I'm telling you, right? When you're in debt, you hear all these statements. Hey, think outside the box, multitasking and all this stuff. Nobody ever says, what box? If I multitask, that means I'm never concentrating on one thing. If I'm multitasking, right? Because if you're multitasking, it's impossible for you to concentrate on a thing in front of you. It's impossible because you're thinking of multiple things. That's impossible. But they teach us that. That's important. We need slaves. Now you're probably thinking, if you're in the background, you're probably thinking, how do I know if I'm a slave? I'm gonna tell you how you know you're a slave. Add up all your savings. Add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals if you're a slave. If your finances are in the negative, you're a slave. If your finances are in the negative, money doesn't even exist for you. Money's not even real. Money's not, hey, you guys that live in the debt matrix, money doesn't even exist for you. You got these slaves out here worrying about, oh man, I think it's going to be a cashless society. You've already been cashless. It doesn't matter. You've already been cashless for years, your entire life. What's up, Shell? What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
How you been, man? You been all right?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, cool. Yeah, man. I want to get on, man. I know that I think it was Uncle, I forget his name, was remembering what I said back a couple months ago. But I definitely want to reiterate that. So it's kind of funny because your minimum, especially for your house, right? It's such a large payment that people don't realize it's a minimum payment, and that real estate agents and all these financial gurus never put it in that perspective, right? No. It's very similar. If you had like $50,000 in debt and you only pay $20 a month, how long is it going to take you to pay that debt off?
Exactly.
So for all the SMD fans out there, just keep that in mind. Whatever your mortgage balance is, that's the absolute minimum that the bank is willing to accept. Right. So all these people who are using their house as like a way to accumulate wealth, just realize that every month you keep that mortgage, you're paying a minimum payment. So you're increasing your wealth very slowly.
Yeah. And by the way, for those of you that don't know, this is a guy with a paid off house, so you guys understand. All right? Yeah.
Paid off house and plenty of money and
drives a Toyota. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Definitely. But I still keep in contact with Cosmic, and we talk from time to time.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, man. Right. So
now, do you guys reach out outside the Discord server, or just you on your own, right?
On our own.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's cool, man. I like hearing that. That's cool.
Yeah,
she's busy. That's why she ain't even on right now. She's probably still working on that house.
Yeah. She got a couple things going on.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm glad you're doing well, man. I haven't heard you in a minute. You haven't heard you came on for a while.
I'm around, man. I'm around, just busy doing projects around the house and getting some stuff done.
All right.
But also talking about herb. So it's that's when you really start to question what someone real goals are, right? If they're willing to get back into debt to finance a car. I mean, look, I got plenty of money and I got huge a credit limit and a high credit score. I would never buy a car, and finance it.
Right.
If I did, it'd be very, I mean, I wouldn't do it in any circumstance, but it'd be very, very small. Like it'd be like 2 months. So it wouldn't be worth it,
Right.
2 months at like 0% or some craziness. Like basically I'll never finance, because you'll never get a loan like that.
It just doesn't make any sense when you can get that same car for half the price from somebody in debt.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say you can get the same car. You can get a similar car.
Well, okay, a similar car.
He's probably
for less than the value of the car, less than market value. Let's put it that way. Less than market value. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense, and something doesn't add up, and everyone's personal life is different. You can't really tell what's going on, but if you had the money, and why would you voluntarily pay more for it? Because that's what it is. Right?
That doesn't make sense.
You're volunteering to pay more for something that that you can afford.
Yes.
You can't say, hey, I wanted to do it because I want to save my cash. I mean, why would you do that?
Right.
Who are you trying to impress here?
Exactly. For the person that knows, it makes us ask even more questions like, okay, who you been talking to? Who's trying to convince you of this? I don't get it. It's more question because it doesn't make any sense.
Right. I mean, again, maybe he's, finding a young lady in his life and he's trying to impress her. It's always motivation comes from all types of places. So
it does.
It's just weird to hear that.
Yeah, it was very weird.
Especially coming from an older gentleman who got out of debt, spent so much time getting out of debt.
Yeah.
And I think he's also retired, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's even more of a question. Okay, you're retired with no real steady income, and now you're going to get back into debt. It would make much more sense to buy a used car, cash.
Yes. It doesn't make sense. Well, he can't buy a used car because he has safety concerns.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, man. So I just want to jump on and get the SMD family just to think about it in that perspective, right? They have qualified you for this large payment, but remember, this large payment is the absolute minimum payment they'll accept. Because even if you went in and paid, let's say your mortgage is $2,000, if you paid $1,950, they wouldn't even accept that. They'll be like, oh, you gotta come back when you have the $50. That's how strong the debt matrix is, right? They won't even allow you to pay close to the minimum payment. You have to pay the absolute minimum payment for them to accept it, and for them to actually report that on your credit report. You get a little a hero cookie. Yeah, this month you paid the minimum payment.
Right.
Here's a nice little pat on the back. Thanks for paying the absolute minimum payment.
Yeah.
Because if you keep doing this, you're going to be doing this for 30 years.
30 years. I couldn't even
30
know.
30 years. Actually, 460 months. I mean, that's insane. If you take 12 months equal 1 year, and you're going to do that for 460 months. Those are football numbers, I mean, it's crazy. So my suggestion is, if you are going to finance, you do have the right approach. Finance it for the best mortgage in the entire United States, or pay cash for it. That's pretty much the best way. Any FHA or anything like that, you're calling for bad business.
You sure are.
All right,
Yeah,
my
man.
brother. Just want to jump in
I
and
appreciate you,
let
man.
you know that I'm still listening and still
surviving Corona. You still surviving
out.
Corona. I just want to make sure you're still surviving Corona, man.
Still surviving Corona. Still dodging Corona.
Okay. All right.
All right, my brother.
All right, man. Have a good one. All right. Leroy says, I don't have any debt, right? I don't have any debt, right? I'm doing an apprenticeship and one have a year and a half left and have a year and a half left from now until the time I will jump into wholesale real estate. Okay, cool, man. Jeffrey says, LJ, I'm moving from Fort Lauderdale to Blue Ridge Mountains region on 25 acres. Wow, all paid for. Damn. That's got to be like, ooh, man, that would be some wonderful peace right there. Ooh, because I love where I live because Myrtle Beach it's still a city, but it's not like a city. You know what I'm saying? It's a vacation city, right? And we got a lot of parks and stuff. I love walking around in nature. I go there, leave my phone in the car, and I walk around, get some exercise and peace, man. Ain't nothing like that peace. So congratulations, Jeffrey, man. 25 acres. I don't know where the Blue Ridge Mountains are at. Is that still in Florida? Is that different or I don't know. Pedro says multitasking means limiting the time it takes to get one thing done. It sure does. Queen of South says being out of debt makes you sleep better at night. I sleep well, man. I sleep so good. I sleep good. If you've never been out of debt, man, you really don't understand how debt affects your sleep. It really does. It really affects your sleep. It does. Man, I don't know, man. Something just seems weird about that. That just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm trying to. My alien brain is like, why would he do that? Why would he do that? Why would he do that? What is it? What piece are we missing? We're missing a piece somewhere. There's something missing in that equation because, again, if you are truly been out of debt, you truly did what it takes to get out of debt. There's nothing on earth that will make, especially financing a car. Anyway. All right, we are 1 hour, 42 minutes in. Here's the link if you guys want to jump on. If you want to join the members only group, here is the link to that. Okay, it's only $4.99 a month. And if you need a counseling session, there is my website, free 30-minute consultation right there. Free 30-minute consultation, okay? SavingsMinusDebt.com. Just go there, schedule your own time. What time works best for you? I will get the alert, and then we will get started. I will set you right on your way. Right on your way. Appreciate you, Hyphy. Thank you for throwing that up there, sir. Leroy says, being out of debt give me extra money to throw at the strip club. Hey, man, when you're debt-free, you do what you want. I'm sure when you could become debt-free, say like the fellas out there, they like the strip clubs, all right? You're going to know how much you're bringing to the strip club. I promise you. So if it's $100, you're going to go get $100 in ones and you're going to go to the strip club. And once that $100 is gone, you'll be like, all right, ladies, I'm out of here. See ya. Trust that. Trust and believe that. Thank you, Nicer. This was a really good, this was a good live, man. I've been at this for like 6-7 years now, man. I still be hearing mind-blowing stuff. I still hear mind-blowing stuff, just mind-blowing. Okay, North Carolina. Hey, you know what, Jeffrey? Jeffrey. When I drove here from Seattle, me and my girlfriend drove here in my truck. We had to come through North Carolina to come here, right? There were some steep mountains that I had never even, I think she called them the Black Mountains or the something mountains. And it might have what you just said, Jeff. It might have been that name. I've never, man. I was like, because I drove my truck, my 1995 truck. I was like, please don't break down in these mountains. Please. Now we didn't drive at night because I wanted to see everything, but those were some steep hills. Those were some steep hills. Javi says LJ is a 1995 with only 25,000 miles in immaculate condition, more dangerous than a 2016 with 170,000 miles that have been neglected maintenance wise. Exactly. It doesn't even, you know, when you get out of, when you're out of debt, you have the money to maintain your vehicle. Like there was a couple of times there were some things going on with my truck. I took it to the GMC dealership. Everybody comes out the dealership. Oh my God, this is a Yukon GT, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, come on out and checking it out, right? And I told my friends where I was bringing my truck. They was like, man, why are you bringing it there? It's so expensive. I'm like, I don't care. I want these guys, anybody that's going to know this particular problem that was wrong with my truck, they're going to know it. This is another reason why you guys got to understand those dealerships got that large for a reason. I'm not saying that all dealerships are just because they're big, they're good, but they have their name, they have their reputation to go on, right? They're not going to lose their reputation by giving me bad service at their dealership. They're not going to risk a bad review on a truck like this. They're going to be like, okay, hey, we're going to figure this out, because sometimes what I hate the worst is to take my truck somewhere and say, hey man, there's a problem with my truck. Can you fix it? They all say yes. And then they take hours upon hours upon hours trying to figure out what it is. And I'd rather them tell me, hey man, we couldn't figure it out, but they're going to charge you for that time. I'm going to the source. I don't care how much you guys, I do care how much you guys charge me, but I'm going to the source. I know they're higher, but I know once I take it there, they're going to find this problem. Any other questions? Yep. So it's fixed right. There's nothing like quality, sir. I got lucky when I got here. When I made it here from Seattle, 2 days later, I went to go get my oil change and a radiator flush. Well, they put a lot of pressure on the radiator to clean it out and stuff like this. Well, at that time, that pressure blew the water pump, right? Now, the water pump was obviously the original water pump, but this place next door repaired, they did auto repair. I took it to there, man, they got that thing done lickety split. Great work. I said, man, you guys have my business. They stayed in contact with me. Hey, LJ, we found this. This is the problem. This is how much it's going to cost. We'll have it fixed the same day if you need it. I said, go ahead and fix it. They contacted me. I didn't have to reach out to them and say, hey man, where's my car at? How long is it going to take? Because that's one thing I cannot stand. If I drop my car off to get it fixed, and then hours and hours go by with no kind of communication, and then I call them and say, hey man, what's going on with? Oh yeah, we were going to call you, man. Why didn't you call me? But they don't know that when I come across places like that, they don't really understand that I'm never coming back to them again because I had to reach out to you. Nope, not doing any of that. Pedro says some cars with low mileage have had terrible maintenance too. We just don't know. You know what? I'd do it like this. You come across a person that has records, because you can usually look at a car and see how it was treated by just the body and the interior. You can look at it. If you look at the interior of a car, the exterior of it, you can pretty much see how it was treated. If you look in the interior of a car and it stains all over the place and they try to vacuum it out just to sell it, but you can just look on the inside how they treat it. Trust me, if the inside of a person's car will let you know how it's maintained because they didn't even maintain the inside of it. You think they're going to treat the engine any better than the interior of the car where they sit in it every day, and they're not. Any other question? We're coming up on 2 hours. We're going to cut this off in about 10 minutes then. Any other questions? Any questions about the debt matrix? Anybody that want to understand if they live there or not? They want to calculate how if they live there? Let me know. If you want to know you're part of the board, part of the debt matrix, let me know. I can tell you. I can show you. What's up, Ty T? I'm so jealous of that truck. I have been wanting one of those since 1999. Man, it actually took me a year to find that truck. It took me a year because I was looking for the 2-door Yukon GT because you don't see those anywhere. You don't see the Yukon. You still see the 2-door Chevys. You still see those around, but you don't see the 2-door Yukon GTs. You don't see what I was looking for. It came in there's this one particular color. Let me see this plum color. Let me show you which one I was looking for, but I was happy that I found this one. I'm happy that I found it. Not hating. I don't want any bad juju on me, but let me see. Yukon GT 1995. Let me see. It's the image. The plum color. It's a plum color. Okay, this is the okay. Let me find this one for you guys. 1 second here. Now, this is the color I was looking for, okay? But this one's a very rare color. I couldn't find this one for nothing. But I'm happy with what I got. All right, so this is the one I was looking for. All right, this is the color I was looking for. Now, those are the standard rims on there that come with that year. That's why you clearly see why I have the rims I have on my car. But that's the color I was looking for. That's a plum something. That color is rare. That's a rare. The truck, the Yukon GTs are rare themselves, but to find a plum color one, I couldn't find that bad boy. But I did come across one after I bought mine, but it was too late. I'm not gonna trade it just because it's black and plum. But that's the one I wanted. I like my baby. She's good. She's good. Let me see. I got a better picture of it. I just got the same pictures, but 1 second here. I took this picture just before I left Seattle. Again, it's a 1995. I took this picture just before I left Seattle. Now, she didn't look like that when I bought her. Don't get me wrong. She did not look like that. I didn't have to put a paint job on it. I was able to. The paint was actually very, very nice, but the interior wasn't tore up. It was just dirty. So I cleaned it. I've done a lot of work on the truck. Don't get me wrong. I put a lot of new stuff on there. There's a lot of any parts that were replaced. Like major parts, they were new parts, but other parts I could just go to the junkyard and get some things and stuff like that. But yeah. Jeffrey says, LJ, LOL, that's true, LJ. When I was young, my good friend used to ask me this. Did the place you take your car for repairs have a neon or painted sign on the shop? Wow, that's crazy. You're right. Wow, I never thought about it that way. Wow. You're right. I'm gonna use that. I never really thought about it that way. LJ, you can always get it wrapped in that color. Yeah, I like. You know what, Reg? I haven't looked at the price of wraps, but you're right. I can have it wrapped in that color. You're right. I sure can. I don't know. You know what I was thinking? No, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna do nothing. And right now, I got other things on my mind right now. I'm gonna come back to it. Right now, she's cool the way she is. She's probably gonna be due for a paint job. I think when I do get it painted, I'm gonna take the top racks. You see those luggage racks? I'm gonna pull those luggage racks off. Make sure all the dents and the dings are taken out of it. I probably eventually end up getting a new engine in the truck, but the engine in it is good. It got me here, no problem, from 3,000 miles away in Seattle, Washington to here. No problems at all. Thank God the water pump went out when I got here, but that was under pressure. So that let me know it was going to go anytime soon, but luckily it went out when I got here. It's got a brand new water pup on it now, you know, and she's runs. And you know what's so crazy? Living here in South Carolina, AC is a must. It's not, AC is, when you live in Seattle, AC is optional. When you live down south, AC is mandatory, right? You can't just roll down. It's 90 degrees and you try to roll around with the windows down. It just feels like a freaking heater blowing in the windows. So it's like, nah, I got to turn on the AC. I got to see how much wraps cost. And I don't, you know how long they last, Reg? I don't know how long they last either. Any questions? We're going to cut this off in about 5 minutes unless there's any other questions. Just give me a, so while we're wrapping up here, again, here is my Cash App for donations. Please don't forget to hit that like button. All right. If you want to share, this is the easiest way to share. Just tell people to Google the hashtag savings plural minus debt, savings minus debt. In that Google search, I'll be the only channel that will pop up in that search. No, I didn't pay Google to do that. It just is what it is. Please don't forget to subscribe. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want a free 30-minute consultation, there you go, scrolling along the bottom there, SavingsMinusDebt.com. You can schedule your own time. Please do not forget to enter your time zone. Appreciate it. Any other questions? Yes, humidity. I had to get used to that, Queen. I had to get used to that. We don't have humidity in Seattle. That doesn't exist. But being from Seattle, I love the sun. The humidity doesn't bother me. I love to walk outside and feel the heat on my skin, that vitamin D. It's sunny damn near every day here in South Carolina. It's been raining for like a week, but it comes and goes, but I know it's not the majority. You see rain in Seattle, that's the majority. Cloudy skies, that's the majority. Dark Man says, LJ, you inspire me to keep up my Kia. It's a 2007 with 182,000 miles on. Yeah, and you know what, Jeff? This is the truck I wanted. So I knew once I got a hold of it, I was going to make it look brand new. People ask to buy my truck every single day. I swear to you. Hey, man, you looking to sell? Nope, not looking to sell it. No, man, I've never seen one of those. I know you haven't. That's why I bought it. That's why I bought it. I'm 50, but I got it fixed up in a way to where when you see that truck, you know it's not a kid's truck. You can look at it. It's not a kid's truck. It doesn't have big 30-inch rims on it, but it's still clean. It's like, oh, okay, all right. Last year's, if you take care of it, plan to spend about 2,000. Okay. Oh, it lasts for years. Okay, cool. John Smith says, I can't join. I'm not sure what you mean. You mean you talking about the group? I'm not sure why you can't join. You just click on that link. Here's the link again. Hyphy just posted it. Oh, that's the Discord server. Join the Discord server. That's the Discord server. That's free. But John, I'm assuming that you're talking about the members only group. You just click on that link I sent. I'll put that out there one more time. You can finance a wrap. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can finance a wrap. You know what? I'm gonna look into financing. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna finance a wrap now. Hey, you guys. Okay, Hyphy, don't get on me. I'm gonna finance my truck wrap. I'm gonna finance it. I'm gonna save some money. That'll save me hundreds of dollars. I mean, they'll tell me how much I'm going to save once I get to the place and ask about financing. I'm sure they're going to tell me how much I'm going to save. And then once they tell me how much money I'm going to save, I'm going to come back on the channel and let you guys know how much I saved. Sound good? All right, cool. Hey, you guys, please join that Discord server, man. It's pretty cool, man. We're trying to get more and more people to jump on there because we share a lot of ideas. A lot of other SMD family members do some things. They've been doing some things in there that been cool. Cosmic's in there. Hyphy's in there. Yellow J, he hasn't been jumping in here lately. He must have been busy, but he's doing some money saving things up in there. Save you guys in the long run. So please don't hesitate. Okay. All right, we're going to wrap this up then, man. I want to say see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I did very well. This is my passion. I love it. You guys have a wonderful Saturday, okay? All right, let me get rid of that. Make sure you guys haven't said any last words over there. Okay, well, we're going to cut this off. All right, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right, see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Sorry. Shalisa says, I joined as a member about 2 weeks ago, but it still isn't showing up. I got to contact YouTube support. That's weird. That is weird. Yeah, you most definitely got to contact YouTube because we got quite a few people in there. So YouTube has been acting funny lately, especially like notifications. Even with John, not saying that John here's like John's trying to join, he can't. Here's Shalisa says she has, but it hasn't been, they've been, so crazy. I remember I was, I know I don't mean to extend this, but I was at, who is that? Ramil's. I was at Ramil. I was on Ramil's channel and I went to donate. I went to, give him some money on the super chat. It didn't let me do the super chat. I was like, what the hell's going on? What do you mean? I got okay. So I go back, make sure the right credit card's in there and whatever. And it still denies me. So YouTube's been acting funny, man. I don't know. Join the Discord and we will send the links personally. Okay, yeah, let's try a different. Hey, John, you do the same thing. If you want to join the Discord server, and then we'll send you the links in there differently, I guess. And I don't know if I'm not sure if Jaleesa's, not Jaleesa, but Shalisa's talking about, no, she's talking about YouTube. Okay. Make sure we're clear on the Discord versus YouTube. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. I'm gonna get out of here. All right, I'm out. See you, Pedro. See you, Hyphy. Thank you for everything. Appreciate it, man. If you're having trouble viewing the members only content, join the Discord server and you'll be alerted of all content. Yeah, Hyphy set that up. Appreciate it. You know what, John? I don't do Patreon because YouTube is the largest platform right now. And I want to keep it in one location. I don't want to send people to other places. I don't want to send them to another place. Hey, leave here and go there. It's just if I can save people one more click to another area, that's what I'm gonna do for now. And here's the link again for the Discord server. It's in the also all the links to join Discord server, all that stuff are in the details of this video. What's up, Johnny Blaze, man? Yeah, you did, sir. You did. You just missed it. Man, I haven't seen you in a minute. See you later, Reg. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right, see you later.